Oh my gosh. It is the eve of 2020. Can you believe it? We are going to be in a new decade in only a few hours. 2020. We are going to be the year of the TV show. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? What an amazing 2019. I can't even tell you how fantastic it's been for me. So many amazing stories on my channel. So many amazing subscribers have come and visited, shared their lives, shared their stories. An amazing community has been formed because of our shared interests and our shared goals. And we have come out stronger from all of this. I went from having a channel with no subscribers to 50,500. Wow. That's all from 2020. I'm finally able to make a living, delivering you guys stories, sharing my heart, sharing my opinions that you guys somehow care to hear about. I am always humbled so much that you guys want to be here, that you want to listen. I've been having fun now that we have memberships because I can do stories today about the kids in Utah or in Idaho that are missing. And because of your support, it's okay if I have a video that doesn't have monetization each day. I can do that for you guys because that's the kind of content that you guys like. And it's because of your support I'm able to do that. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for sticking up for me, for not bending to bullies. You know, one of the biggest things that I've learned on my time on YouTube is that there's a lot of people that want what you have. And they will fabricate whatever it is that they think they can fabricate in order to take what they want from you. Whether it's your subscribers, whether it's your income, whether it's your reputation. There are so many people that want what you have. They want it without the work. They want it because they can't have it themselves. They can't put the content out themselves. They can't come up with it themselves. They don't have the personality. They don't have the charisma. Whatever it is, they feel like their way to gain subscribers is by putting other people down. And I just never have been a part of that. I don't care about that. I don't like to bash other channels, but I don't like to bend bullies. And I do not like it when people are accusing other people of doing really bad things. And then you find out that those people that are lobbing those accusations against you, trying to defame you, are the ones that are doing those things. You know what I mean? We have to always stop and wonder if someone is saying some shit about you and you know it's not true, maybe it's how they feel about themselves. I had a lot of people call me a drug addict, but those same people clearly seem to have problems with drugs. I've had a lot of people make accusations about my using my prescription drugs for ADHD as though I'm abusing them, when they themselves are smoking weed while they're on live streams, or, getting caught with, level 2, possession of level 2 narcotics while running from police. I think sometimes people that are miserable have to put other people down. And I just won't do that. And I'm not going to do that. I will banter back and forth. And if other channels are going to get, snarky and mean and rude, I'll banter. Sure. Why not? I got no problems with that. None. But it's gotten to a point now that it's comical what is being put out. So in 2020, my heart is going to know that I am a good person. I am not a liar. I am totally transparent with you guys. Absolutely nothing any of these people can say can hurt me. They can't hurt you. They can't hurt us, because you know what? You know what I've learned? Hurt people hurt people. People that are hurting, want to hurt other people. A level 2 narcotic is a prescription drug. It's a controlled substance that is in one of two classes. It's either an opiate, so fentanyl, hydrocodone, Oxycontin, all of those classes of opiates, and then amphetamines, all the different drugs that are used for ADHD. And one other thing, not benzos. Benzos are a Schedule 4, actually. So, Percocet, Vicodin, methadone, fentanyl, not meth. Meth is actually it would be a Schedule 1. Morphine, heroin is a 1. So a street drug that has the same effect would be something that has no medicinal properties. So heroin is actually a Schedule 1. So, and in the United States, Dilaudid. So, and who knows, these people aren't thinking clearly. And I think no matter what, I'm not gonna bash someone who might be struggling with an addiction or that kind of stuff. But I will say that, when people are struggling with addictions, a lot of things are done that they maybe when they're sober would not be proud of, would not be consistent with their behavior, would not be how they would typically behave if they were sober. It can impair their ability to make good decisions, being a good parent, surrounding yourself with the right people. And I just want to say one thing is that I wanted so badly to help her channel, and I wanted to help her grow because, you guys, when I talk to her, she has a humongous heart, and when she's sweet, she is sweet. But, it was hard because I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't sure, but she wasn't listening. And I told her that the people that she was surrounding herself with were not good people and didn't have her best interests in mind, and that were going to hurt her. And if someone doesn't want to hear that, you can't, even if you mean the best and you want the best for people, if they don't want to hear it, you can't make them hear it. I don't know what happened. Addiction is an illness. When someone is using, they are sick. It's. But the thing that I think is really crazy in all of this is that for months and months and months, everything from my past has been used against me. Unverified screenshots were used to destroy me. Accusations that I took a channel down were used to destroy me. But then when we actually have factual evidence of a real arrest, a very real arrest that happened on, I believe, December 28th, where Leslie was arrested she was pulled over for a lane change issue, and then she fled from cops, and then she was, they found drugs on her. But when we want to ask questions, or when we want answers because of a fundraiser that was held under false pretenses, and now people are asking, did the money buy drugs? Was that money used for drugs? Are you guys in your financial position because of drugs? And if that's the case,
Oh no, wow. Wow.
You blamed Katie for your drugs? Is that what you're saying? And when people want to ask those questions, they say, we don't want to talk about it. And the troll army says, we need to respect this. And they're not allowing the people that have a brain to even ask questions. Instead, they're just blocking them. And that's not fair. You can't block someone out who has a question, especially when that person who is now considered a public figure. I hate to tell you, Leslie, but you are a public figure. You put your life out on YouTube. Where is Daisy Mae? She was calling my son names. I need to get rid of her. Where is she? Okay, she's gone. So when you put your life out there and you criticize other people, you open yourself up to criticism. And it's okay for you guys to criticize me. If you don't like what I'm wearing, you don't think I'm cool, I'm totally fine with that. There's lots of channels that have a lot to say about me. They think I steal shit. I don't. They think I do things I don't do. Whatever. Anyone can feel whatever they want about me. My personality isn't going to be for everyone. But I can't expect everyone to like me. And if you are on your channel criticizing someone's parenting and accusing them of abusing their Adderall and drinking, and then you get arrested with drugs, people are going to sniff that hypocrisy out, and they're going to ask questions, right? And so not being able to ask questions is a problem. And so when I was in the situation, you guys asked me questions and I answered them, right? Except for when the things were fake. And then I couldn't defend myself and you didn't want to hear it. But now when people want to know about the arrest, we need to respect the privacy and not assassinate her character. But I've had my character assassinated over false allegations, and they're still going. Do you see the hypocrisy here? They want to say that I'm evil when the reality is, as long as it suits them and benefits them, you can't talk about it. You can talk about it. But when it doesn't suit them and it's not favorable for them, when it's not favorable to them, then they don't want to talk about it. So, I know you guys are saying these people are not worth your wood. I'm not worried about them. You have to understand, I'm not worried about these people. I'm literally not worried about them. I'm not worried about them. But when you start dragging other people and you start lobbying really serious allegations against people for, shutting down a channel, which is essentially like theft or, creating screenshots and doing this kind of shit. But then you yourself get into trouble for, running from cops and having drugs. It's fair game for people to criticize that behavior, especially if you've had a history of saying, I don't have any bad problems. Katie has a problem with Adderall. Katie drinks. But then you're the one that's caught with drugs that are not yours. Yes. On December 28th, she was arrested in Louisiana. I don't know why people saying this is beneath me. I'm not here to say of course everyone makes mistakes, but also people, they've got people still fighting this fight, You've got Ding Dong Joe on her channel saying, can't talk about Leslie's stuff, but we can still talk about Katie's son. So You shouldn't harass her. You shouldn't like make her feel bad. You shouldn't like send her hate messages. But I think it's really, really, really. Uni didn't tell me not to talk about it. I just talked to Uni today. I literally just talked to him today, and he never once said don't talk about it. So Ding Dong Joe needs to find a hobby, stop smoking weed. Hey Joe, newsflash, it is actually against YouTube terms of service to smoke weed on camera. And if you do while you're live streaming, you can lose your channel. You cannot promote drugs or any sort of like drug use at all on YouTube. You can't smoke pot on YouTube. There's a reason why Jeffree Star, you never see him actually smoking. You only see the smoke blowing out of his face. You cannot take a hit while you're live streaming. And if you need to take a hit while you're live streaming, you have a problem. You should be able to live stream and talk to your people without needing to get high. I mean, I'm all for people wanting to smoke pot, but if you need to stop your live stream to smoke weed, you know, you should probably think about what's going on in your life. And then if you need to make accusations about other people who don't have drug problems and you're literally live smoking weed, there's a problem. So, Uni doesn't smoke weed though. He's a vaping pen. Yeah, Uni's vaping. He's not actually smoking weed. Jeffree Star stopped smoking weed. So, nothing new on the Duggar front. Weed is actually a drug. It's a mind-altering drug. Even if you don't like to hear those things, it is a drug. It's actually classified as a drug. It won't.
So is Adderall. But weed can be prescribed to you just like Adderall. And actually, I don't just have a prescription from a pot doctor. I have one from a doctor with an actual PhD that says I need to be on it in replacement for a lot of my stomach medications. So in all reality, it is actually now a medication, and so there should be no criticism, just like you shouldn't be criticized for your Adderall.
Alter your mind. Just like alcohol will alter your mind, just because it's legal doesn't mean it doesn't alter your mind. You can smoke it if you want to. You just can't smoke it on YouTube. I don't care if you smoke pot, guys. Ding Dong Joe.
Hey, did you know? I had such a hard time figuring out how to pronounce this. I went all over the internet to figure out how. Finally, I saw a video from the guy who discovered it.
Yeah, marijuana is a class 1 federal, controlled substance, so. And it does alter your mind. Of course I smoked pot. I don't care if you smoke pot. You can go smoke pot if you want. I just don't like it when pot smokers say that it doesn't fuck you up, because weed does fuck you up. People that smoke pot, for the most part, like to get high. That's why we smoked it.
Did she just admit to liking to get high? I didn't know that. Just putting that as factual stuff. She stated herself. I did not know that.
All right. So, Ding Dong is one-sided so bad. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should go live on YouTube. Do you want me to go live on YouTube? Yeah, I smoked pot for years. I've never been shy about that.
Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up.
I will block her, Todd, okay?
He's not very big there, is he?
Yeah, Daisy May said some awful things about my child. So I'm going to go block Daisy. If you haven't seen her, you can go report her comment. And I will be back later.